My mother looked me in the eye and said, "You're ungrateful." All I'd asked was where the college fund went. $127,000, 18 years of birthday deposits, holiday contributions, matching funds from my grandparents. Gone. "How dare you accuse me?" she hissed. "After everything I've sacrificed for you." Then she slammed the door in my face. How does a six-figure education fund just disappear? That's what I wanted to know. And I had proof. Bank statements, deposit slips, letters from my grandparents with the balance written in their shaky handwriting. I had the receipts, all of them. But what I didn't know, what I couldn't have guessed, was that the IRS had them too. Before we get into what happened next, drop a comment and tell me where you're watching from and what time it is there. And if you'd want answers too, hit that like button. Trust me, you're going to want to see where this goes. Let me take you back. The college fund was opened the day I was born. My parents and my grandparents went to the bank together. They set up a custodial education account in my name. Every birthday, every Christmas, every report card with straight A's, money went in. 500 here, 1,000 there, sometimes more. My grandmother would slip a card into my hand every year and whisper, "This is for your future." Inside, she'd written the new balance in blue ink. "Your college fund is now $12,000. Then 23, then 41. I kept every single card. I'm the kind of person who saves everything. Receipts, documents, even the envelopes. My dad taught me that. Paper doesn't lie, he used to say. By the time I was in middle school, I had a 3-ring binder. Birthday cards paperclipped to deposit slips. Letters from my grandparents talking about your education fund. Bank statements my mom printed out every year to show them the balance. I watched that number climb, 50,000, 70, $82,640 by the time I was 12. My mom always said the same thing. "Don't worry, college is covered, you just focus on your grades." So I did. I worked hard. I got scholarships. I got accepted to my top 3 schools. And then, the week I asked to see the account, everything changed. I was 18. High school graduation was 2 weeks behind me. Acceptance letter in hand. I sat down at the kitchen table with my mom. "Mom, the tuition deposit is due Friday. Can we transfer the money from the college fund?" She didn't look up from her phone. "What fund?" I laughed. I thought she was joking. "The education account. The one Grandma and Grandpa set up." She put her phone down. Her face was blank. "I don't know what you're talking about." My stomach dropped. "Mom, the fund, the one you've been showing me statements for since I was a kid." Her expression shifted. Cold. "That money was spent." "Spent on what?" "On raising you." She stood up. "Do you have any idea what it costs to raise a child? Food, clothes, school supplies, this house. But that account was specifically for college? Don't you dare." Her voice was ice. "After everything I've sacrificed, you're going to sit here and accuse me of stealing from you? I'm not accusing you of anything. I just want to understand. You're ungrateful. That's what you are." She grabbed her purse. "Figure it out yourself, or stay home. I don't care anymore." She walked out. I sat there, staring at the empty chair. She'd given me a deadline and no answers. I tried everything. I called the bank where the account had been opened. I gave them my name, my social, my date of birth. The woman on the phone was polite but firm. "I'm sorry, you're not listed as an authorized signer. The account is custodial. Only the account holder can access statements or balances. Can you at least tell me if it still exists? I can't disclose that information." Dead end. I called my mom. Voicemail. I texted her. Read receipts on, no reply. The tuition deadline was 4 days away. I told one of my friends what was happening. She looked at me like I was crazy. "Wait, you're rich and you're complaining?" No one understood. I started to doubt myself. Maybe I misunderstood. Maybe the fund was smaller than I thought. Maybe my grandparents never put in as much as I remembered. I sat in my room that night scrolling through old photos on my phone. Birthdays. My grandmother hugging me. The envelopes in my hands. I felt like I was losing my mind, and then I remembered the binder. I pulled open my filing cabinet. There it was, 3 inches thick, and inside everything. I opened the binder. 18 years of evidence. Every birthday card, every letter from my grandparents. Every single deposit slip, photocopied and punched into plastic sleeves. The first one was from when I was 3 days old. $5,000. Memo line, college fund for baby. Age 7, deposit slip. $5,000 from my grandparents. Memo, education. Age 10, my grandmother's birthday card. Her handwriting, careful and proud. Happy birthday, sweetheart. This year's gift brings your college fund to $43,000. We can't wait to see you graduate. Age 14. A printout my mom had given my grandparents. Official bank statement. Balance, $71,218. And the last one I had, age 16. A photocopy of a statement I'd asked my mom for when I was doing a school project on financial literacy. Balance, $82,640. The fund was real. The evidence was irrefutable. My mother didn't forget. She lied. But if the money was there 2 years ago, where did it go? I was about to find out. And the answer was worse than I imagined. I scanned every page. I sent my mom an email with 10 attachments. Subject line, I have the receipts. I kept it short, professional. Mom, I found all the original deposit records and statements. The fund was real, and it was over $80,000 2 years ago. I'm not accusing you of anything. I just need to know what happened so I can plan for tuition. Please call me. She called, all right, at 11 p.m. screaming. How dare you threaten me? If you ever accuse me of stealing again, you're out of this house. I didn't threaten you, I just asked. You're trying to destroy this family. You're trying to make me look like a criminal. She hung up. 10 minutes later, my phone started buzzing. Texts from aunts, uncles, cousins I barely talked to. Why are you doing this to your mother? You should be ashamed. She gave you everything. Greed is ugly. She'd gone to the family group chat, told them I was trying to extort her. The smear campaign was working. The next morning, I came downstairs. My car keys were gone. The Wi-Fi password had been changed. She was isolating me. I had 72 hours until my deposit deadline. And I was running out of options. That's when my older cousin reached out, privately. I don't know what's going on, but I think you should see this. She sent me a photo, a bank statement, from 2 years ago. It was the same account, my custodial education fund. But this statement showed something I'd never seen. Withdrawals, 3 of them, huge, $48,000, withdrawn in June, $52,000, withdrawn in August, $27,000, withdrawn in October. Total, $127,000, gone in 5 months. The dates were familiar. I pulled up my mom's Facebook, scrolled back 2 years, June, so excited to finally have my dream kitchen. August, living my best life in Paris, you only live once. October, photo of her standing next to a brand new white SUV. Treated myself. I deserve this. I cross-referenced the dates. The kitchen renovation, the Europe trip, the car lease down payment. She didn't lose the money. She didn't have an emergency. She spent it on herself. Every single dollar that my grandparents saved for my future gone. And now I knew why. I called my dad. He and my mom divorced when I was 14. He lived 2 states away. We talked every week, but he stayed out of her business. Not this time. Dad, did you know Mom emptied my college fund? Silence. Then, quietly, I was afraid of that. You knew. I didn't know, but I suspected. She called me 2 years ago, asked if I thought it was okay to borrow from your account for a home repair. What did you say? I told her that money wasn't hers to borrow. That it was your future, not her renovation budget. He sighed. She has credit card debt, a lot of it, nearly $60,000. I felt sick. After the divorce, she wanted to prove she was doing fine, better than fine. New kitchen, vacations, a luxury car. So she stole from me to fund an Instagram life? She didn't see it as stealing. In her mind, as the custodian, it was her account. And your grandparents were gone. No one was watching. I closed my eyes. I'm not letting this go, Dad. I know, he said, and I don't think you should. He texted me a screenshot, an old argument with my mom, her words, "It's my name on the account." His reply, "That's not your money, that's hers." Now I knew exactly what to do. I didn't want revenge, I wanted accountability. My university had a pre-law program with a free legal clinic for incoming students. I made an appointment. The attorney was young, sharp, and direct. I showed her everything. The deposits, the statements, the withdrawals. Was this a standard savings account? She asked. No, it was a 529 education savings plan. Her eyes went wide, and she withdrew 6 figures for personal use, kitchen, vacation, car. She sat back. That's a non-qualified withdrawal. If she took money from a 529 and spent it on anything other than education, she owes taxes and penalties on every dollar. How much? Easily 30 to 40,000, maybe more. She pulled up a form on her computer. The IRS has a whistleblower program. You can file an information referral. Form 3949A. You're not filing a lawsuit, you're just reporting facts. I stared at the screen. I don't want her arrested. I just want the truth on record. This isn't criminal, it's tax enforcement. The IRS will investigate. If she owes, she'll have to pay. I took a breath. Let's do it. I filled out the form, I attached copies of the statements, I hovered over the submit button, and then I clicked. 6 weeks later, my mom got a letter. IRS logo in the top corner. She called me. I was in my dorm room 2 states away. I'd taken out emergency loans and enrolled anyway. Her voice was shaking. What did you do? What are you talking about? The IRS. They're auditing me. They're saying I owe tens of thousands of dollars in penalties. I kept my voice calm. I reported the facts. You withdrew $127,000 from a 529 education account and spent it on personal expenses. That's illegal. You reported me, your own mother. You stole my college fund, you lied to my face, you called me ungrateful for asking the truth. She started crying, then yelling, then begging. Please call them, tell them it was a mistake. It wasn't a mistake, Mom, you knew exactly what you were doing. I hung up. 2 weeks later, the audit results came in. My dad forwarded me the summary. Mom had sent it to him in a panic. $127,000 in non-qualified distributions. Penalties and taxes owed, $38,432. The IRS also flagged a joint account she shared with her sister, froze it pending compliance. Her attorney sent me a settlement offer. She would pay me restitution, $85,000 over 5 years, 4% interest, monthly payments. In exchange, I wouldn't pursue any further claims. I read it twice, then I signed, not because I forgave her, because I wanted my future back. The woman who called me ungrateful now had a payment plan in my name, and every month for the next 5 years, she'd be reminded exactly what her lies cost. The payments started the next month, $1,417 every month, like clockwork. I used that money, plus financial aid and 2 part-time jobs to pay my tuition. 4 years later, I graduated. 0 student debt. My mom's social media went quiet after the audit. The designer kitchen photos disappeared. She sold the house and moved into a smaller condo. The SUV lease ended. She drives a used sedan now. Some family members eventually asked me what really happened. I showed them the statements. A few apologized. Most just went silent. I didn't need their apologies. I graduated with honors. I got a job in my field. I started building my own life. My mom and I don't talk. She sends the payments through an automatic transfer. We've seen each other twice in 4 years. Both times at funerals. We're polite. Distant, I don't hate her, but I don't trust her. And I never will. Last year, I started something new. A small education fund for my younger cousins. I seeded it with $5,000. It's not much, but it's a start. And it's in their names, with protections. So no one can take it. I learned something through all of this. Financial abuse is real. It doesn't always look like theft. Sometimes it looks like a mother who says she loves you while she's emptying your future. Documentation is power. If I hadn't saved those birthday cards, those deposit slips, those statements, I would have had nothing. And boundaries aren't cruel, they're necessary. You can't steal someone's future and call it love. My mom made her choice. She chose image over integrity, luxury over honesty, and now she's paying for it. Literally, the IRS got their money, I got my degree, and she got a lesson in accountability she'll be paying off for years. Now I want to hear from you. If you were in my position, would you have reported her to the IRS, or would you have handled it privately? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you want more stories where the truth wins and the receipts don't lie, hit that subscribe button. Because I've got plenty more where this came from. Oh, and one last thing. This story is a fictionalized dramatization based on real experiences. It's not legal or financial advice. If you're dealing with something similar, talk to a licensed professional in your area. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.